Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing MPQ Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on again. This might be an interesting one for some of you guys. We're going to only play the story mode today, the PvE in clearance level 10. So this is the highest level difficulty that's available in the game, and it's a 48-hour subchapter instead of just 24, which means all I have to do is run through each of these battles once until they count down tomorrow. So let's check it out. And just so you know, check into this final, basically major challenge node and the health levels. We'll do this one last, but if we did it now, I just want you to see, for example, you've got enemy Kingpin with 277,000 plus health, since the enemies are just very scaled up, very difficult at level 650, the highest level possible in the game. So we're going to get to that. We'll start with the easy nodes and run through different teams. Just to keep it moving, I will probably use Thor and Okoye a couple of times to make sure we can get through it all in a decent amount of time. But yeah, let's go through it. So the easy nodes, the enemies are only scaled to level 65, and I usually will just run with Thanos with a team of characters that can take the health damage from court death. So Thor can take it to get him under 30,000, and I usually just get Daredevil taken down under 50% health as well. We'll get into it. So no tokens or any special events today, just running through some PvE. I'll move over to the weakest character usually and then hit him with a match that's certain to take him out. And that does it for the match. So Thor is under 30,000. We'll switch him out for somebody else in the next battle. And it is Black Widow, the 5-star, who is boosted up in this event, so we can, well, we'll probably save her health for another fight, but just so you know, she's got 110,875 health at level 565, scaled up about 90 levels or something like that from where she normally is as a 5-star. So we'll get her into action. Let's move over to somebody else that can take damage, and Old Man Logan's good. So usually Yelena's got the weakest health out of any character. Take her out that way, and we're done with 2 nodes quickly. Don't worry, it scales up big time from here after the easy nodes. And you know, you normally want all the, when you're doing a two-day sub chapter, you want the see how there's 13 minutes left or whatever on some of these battles, and more going on through. You really want to have those points get up to as close to 100% as you can before you fight them again. But I already messed up. I cleared one of these nodes too early, all the way down to nothing before I remembered there's a whole day left, Rick. So kind of blew that a little bit, hoping for still a good finish, maybe toward top 20, but after that mistake, maybe I'll get like 22nd place or something. All right, so let's continue on through. Right now we'll go into, I think we'll go into the 4-star match, because all the points have regenerated there in the MODOK node. And check out these levels. The enemies are scaled up pretty well. Now MODOK's got some cool abilities. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Okoye here, because she will stack onto his red damage quite a bit, plus his black and blue. And so she won't do anything but yellow in that match. And so we could bring somebody that's got a nice green, maybe a green purple. So how about, it doesn't really matter too much. Daredevil's a good choice, but we'll just go with Loki to see what we can do here. And I think I'm going to stack up the AP on most of these battles. Sorry, wrong. Just to give us a head start on some of these fights. All right, so you see Ragnarok with 96,000 health, Venom with 91, and the Thug, yikes, tough. So what do we want to do here in this matchup? I think one of the best things to do is go for red and yellow. There's very little black AP on this board, unfortunately. So, yellow means if we get in trouble, we can heal Okoye up a lot, and then we can play it to earn team up from the board. Look at that. Did I cause that? Oh, man. I think I caused that. Should have noticed how the tiles were going to drop and tried to keep the extra move for myself if possible. Alright, but we do have Modoc's red ready to play. Let's try to get yellow built up for Okoye before we do anything. And we have to work on that countdown. Those pistol countdowns, they do a lot of damage, actually. Got one more turn left to try to figure something out. And we might end up taking a pistol here. Now we have red to play from Okoye. That might be... I know we're trying to save it up for Modoc, but that might be what we need to do. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, let's do it. It's just the smarter play. I do want to be able to get Modoc's abilities out there, but that's nice. We got those two countdowns taken out at once. And in a second, we're going to play the rest of our abilities. What I like to do with Modoc is go ahead and play his Doomsday Plan first. It's a blue countdown tile. Well, it's a tile that you choose and it becomes blue when you place it. You do not have to pick a blue tile itself. It's just a blue ability. I always start to sound like that's what you need to do. And, alright, so let's get black. And we've got his black ability qualified. Here we go. When enemies play an ability, it increases the timer on that Doomsday Plan, so we're going to need to play our abilities. Let's go ahead with Shadow Play. Usually like to play that when there's a readily available black match on the board. I think we're okay here. And let's wait a turn for Okoye to wake up. Alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead with a heal. Maybe we'll get some team-up matches. We did. Very good. Did you see what happened there? We had team damage fire off, and that is because of the amazing Royal Talon fighter support. It's just so great, and it has a chance when you play an Okoye ability. See the synergy perk there. Or it's... yeah, the perk that grants team damage, and it stacks with the team-up balance that she has. It's really such a good ability. Play it again. Our Doomsday Plan countdown is going to be decreased once again, and there it goes. Big time damage on Ragnarok. Play Afterburner. We're going to try to get our red ability played from Modoc here in a second. We'll do it next. Extra move on the board. Don't let me miss that. So now let's actually play Modoc's Hammer for Every Nail. Puts attack tiles on the board. They're semi-strong. Of course, he's boosted for the event, but 703 damage each is pretty good. And we'll play Afterburner. It'll add enemy attack tiles, but also convert tiles to red. Hopefully for some free matches. Worked out really well. We have Ragnarok about ready to go out. Let's play Doomsday Plan there. Once again. And I won't be giving this much commentary on every single fight. This is just kind of starting out how we're going to run this one. We'll go ahead for another, let's see, Chisel for Every Stone. This is 3 different rockets that'll each deal damage. Okoye does stack to those, and wow, it's over. that damage really stacked up. We had a lot of team up, and I'll take the win. We didn't even get a chance to take advantage of Loki there. Let's move on to see how the timer's now down. It's worth 400 points. We'll need to wait about a day for that to load back up. And here's the 3-star Iron Man. Let's go ahead and bring in Black Widow to this one, and she's going to benefit from Iron Man's amazing yellow ability, one of the most important abilities in all of the 3-star tier, in my opinion. He's also got a blue we might use, but we'll use Natasha's red and then her black and purple. So that leaves pretty much a green that we could pick for. Let's go ahead and just get Thor in here for some destruction. He'll also build up yellow for Iron Man. Nothing wrong with Thor's yellow, but you'll see in a minute, if you don't know already, how fast Thor can build up AP for your team. So we're against 3 goons. They're not going to move any tiles against us. Here's a nice triple purple, yellow, green to start out with. And much more. Wow, what a start. Cool. Let's play let's get this first. And very nice. We'll go ahead and take that, and then we'll play Iron Man's yellow. And there's no readily available yellow matches on the board. And we could play it again. That might be overkill. Let's just let it roll. We've got an extra move here. You should always take your extra moves before playing an ability. I did not do that correctly. That way you don't run the risk of having some cascade take out your countdowns because of the extra move. Looks like we worked it out, and one more turn we'll have Iron Man's countdowns resolve, and watch our AP jump up to tremendous levels here. Got more than we could need in blue. This is awesome. All right, so by the way, you see the enemy is stunned. One really cool passive that people forget about with Natasha's abilities is the side of her black, red in my ledger. If an ally is stunned, she automatically stuns a random enemy. Very cool feature, especially sometimes that could work if you're taking on somebody like Bishop and you get Bishop stuns one of your friends, and if it's not Black Widow, she could stun him back or somebody on the enemy team. Very useful. And so Iron Man stunned himself during the recharge, and she gets the benefit of stunning one of the enemies. So let's take on this guy. Let's hit him with, we'll hit the team with Thor's green. Let's go ahead and play her purple, which Tell Me Everything has a normal cost of 12, but when there's enemy countdowns on the board, it's reduced by 1 for each countdown. We'll play it now. Should wait for more countdowns, but that's okay. We're going to win. Damage plus remove enemy specials. We'll play her Acrobatic Takedown, 33,000, and if the enemy happens to have 12 AP in any color, she'll do an additional 24,000. That is huge total damage potential. But in a setup like this, the enemies will never have 12 AP because they always play their abilities right when they can. And so we'll just take this guy out. And then end it with her red in my ledger. Another cool ability if one of your allies has big damage, but if one of her allies is below 20% health, you'll actually steal 4 random enemy AP and deal an additional 21,000 on top of the 34,000. So she's a big time damage dealer, but there's a lot of contingencies based on the extra damage you can do. It's not always easy to get the extra damage dealt. Get the good win there, even against those big enemies. And now things are going to start getting a little more challenging since we have tile moving characters in enemies in these here. 375. Which one do I do first? That's the third of the 3. Yep. Okay, so we start in this order. Well, actually, we should go in reverse order today. So Since the points are all there, you should do the highest points first. And what do we want to do? We can leave Nat in. Let's mix her with a yellow, blue, green, opposite of her colors. He doesn't have an active yellow, so we'll go down to... Might as well go with Old Cap. He's got a pretty useful yellow. Let's see if we can win this way. 105,000 health with against these enemies. So we're going to really need to work on our purple and make sure it's ready to play at any time, because we could get ourselves in a spot where the enemy has countdowns we can't get to, and she can just remove them. We have a blue match ready to go. I don't want to do it yet because we can stun whoever placed that countdown. It's always this guy. Buy us more time that way. Yeah, better stay on him. This is going to be a real test to see if we can stay on top of these countdowns. I was hoping that would drop a red tile right there for an extra move. It didn't, and we're losing time on our stuns. Definitely need to get our purple. Should have lined up a purple match for this very turn and didn't. So we're going to take a shot, unless we get lucky with our... What do we do? Don't think there's any way to line up those purples. Got a match 4 to take out a couple countdowns. And definitely this green one is a big deal. This flamethrower does tons of team damage. We do have our purple ready to play. There's so many countdowns on the board. It only costs 7. It will remove only 3 random enemy special tiles. So it's not... Yeah, the chances... Yeah, let's go ahead and play it now. We might not get the one we need, but we'll play it. Oh, we did. How well did that work out? We took out the most dangerous one, and our match 4 takes out another couple. So great. All right. And as you should know, this countdown will tick off before this one, so it will give us an automatic match 4 in the purple when it drops down, and that'll destroy this tile here. We don't have to even worry about it. So let's get a stun on probably this guy here. Yep, that worked out really well. And we have our yellow to play, which is actually a random stun ability. So let's keep working this guy under 12,000 health. So we can knock him out with the yellow shot from Old Cap, I call him. I was hoping the Icemen would hit him, and they didn't. So now we are in a spot where we need to get working on purple as fast as possible again. I know I'm overthinking it, guys, but I hope that if you have time to clear PvE, that you kind of have fun with your clears instead of just brute forcing everything through. I think this is the spot. Well, let's see. One more turn. Yeah, let's wait one more turn. We've got a good move here. All right. Iceman injured this guy just perfectly. Let's go ahead and play again, and now we'll play Old Caps, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. This is a really fun ability. I like the animation where it calls in his Avenger friends. That guy's knocked out, and it's a random stun on one of the others. Great. Do love my Iceman, by the way. Alright, so we have an extra move in purple. Let's hit this guy with it. Guy or gal. I think we're in good shape here. We have all of our abilities ready to fire, basically. Let's hit... They're not going to have that 12 AP in any color since they played green on 10. Good win there. Okay, so let's move on. We can switch teams up a little bit for fun. Take on the big health Carnage here. And I think we'll get Thor in for the constant damage. Let's go ahead and bring in Professor X for some fun if we get some match 4 stuff and a good purple. And so we'll keep, let's see, we need an active blue and black user for this one. Here's the challenge. We're going to try to win with Wasp. We'll see if we can do it. So I think you want to take out Carnage first. No, you probably want to take out this guy first. He seems to build up AP pretty fast and can really cause some trouble. Carnage does have a stun with his purple, so we need to be careful and watch. So that we get most of the purple matches. Match 4 in blue. Professor X will do additional damage. And here we go. Looks like things are working pretty well. Let's play Professor X. To me, my X-Men, and we're going to choose... Well, let's wait one more turn. There's a good move on the board. Let's move over to this guy. We'll do black that drops red. Oh, this is nice. All right. Back to this guy. We're going to choose Professor X. There's a lot of different things you can choose. Red does big time single target damage. Green does team damage. I kind of like this blue a little bit. It calls in Cyclops. That's a perfect shot. It'll take out an enemy countdown and set up an extra move with the green. Oh, that was it. It also adds blue to the board, and this tile messed up our extra move actually a little bit. No big deal. Play Wasp's Sting Operation to steal some AP. Up to 12 in black. That's perfect. And here's something we're going to try. Shrink Tactics on Thor. Makes him invisible. And that's a good thing because we can now get a green match. And since he's invisible, he won't be left out in front for the next turn's team damage. Okay. We have a couple of wasp tiles on the board, so let's play Pain Index. It does damage for each of those tiles, and she earns a burst of health back. That is perfect because it took that guy down just enough to get taken out by God of Thunder. Okay. We're still invisible, so we can take a red match. Originally, I was going to target Carnage first, but it looks like we're working pretty well on the other enemies. This guy's out right here. Okay. Anyone see a purple match? I don't. Yeah, I don't want Thor up front too often. He's going to take all the damage from this match. Not too bad. Well, could have been worse, I guess. Oh, Devour is a very strong ability. Yep, should have been ready for that one. I always forget to watch for his black because it's so expensive, and he usually doesn't get to play it. But in this setup, when they have so much health, they're going to get more AP as you go. We have everything ready to go. Let's just end it with a couple of good moves. And we win the challenge match. Well, challenge to this point. You'll see in a little bit as we get to the harder battles. Alright, here is a bullseye with a couple of bad guys. I think it's time we'll bring in Doctor Strange against those guys that place a lot of countdowns on the board. And maybe we'll bring in somebody like Carnage for red and green, blue, maybe purple, and yellow, black. We can try to see if Doom can help us here. You don't have to worry so much about getting a rainbow perfect team. I do just for fun. I also like the setup here with Carnage against Bullseye because whenever we match a purple tile, either team, he's going to create a protect tile, and so with more enemy specials on the board, Carnage will be making a free turn once there's 4 or more on the board. Bullseye's not very dangerous. I better start doing damage to the other guys, since they're quite dangerous. Okay, we should be getting our free move from Carnage. Here we go. That works pretty well. It always builds up AP on every turn for free. How many special tiles do we have? Only a couple. I want to play his red. We have 3. I want to play it when there's more. Go for green. And we got lucky and have our blue here, so we can take this guy on for a stun. We'll try to remove some yellow so he doesn't heal the team, but then have the damage affect this guy. Lucky drop there for that countdown. Okay, so what do we have going here? It looks like we should try to get a yellow match for Doom. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to get that one at the top. Nope. No big surprise there. We do have our yellow, so what is anything on the board we should be doing first? I don't think so. Let's actually break stuff. And now we'll play Brave New World. Shuffles the entire board, can really get some crazy cascades going, and then it also gives your team a nice burst of health. Let's move over to Bullseye. We'll hit him with, oh man, how many specials do we have? Well, enough. If you have 4 or more, Blood Feud will do team damage. Knocks this guy down to 24,000, so we'll hit him with a Fallen Favor to just about take him out. Next match will do it. I don't want to play Strange as purple yet because it removes enemy special tiles, and we kind of want that free turn from Carnage, and that requires 4 enemy specials, so earning excellent AP every turn. This looks good. Play the Eye of Agamotto for fun. It's been a while since you've seen that, and there's the win. Alright, looks like we're rolling pretty good. Taking a while to run through this PvE, but listen, it gets harder from here. Alright, so we have everything cleared except for the 5-star essential node that'll require Black Widow, and then the challenge node that is the most difficult thing I've ever played in the game. So let's go ahead and do this one. Black Widow against the 4-star version of Venom. This is going to be pretty tough, so let's get Thor back in here and play along with these two. I don't want to run into a point. We might even wipe out on the challenge node once or twice. So, well, let's see. What are their health pools here? 216,000. Yeah, we're probably going to need a efficiency team, I think. So once again, I think we'll prioritize the non-tile moving character. There's a bunch of good stuff here. Match 4s in white. Probably doesn't matter which one we do. Let's do this one. That strike tile appeared as part of one of Okoye's supports, I think. It's not very strong. Alright, blue does us no good here, by the way. I want to make a focus on... Wow, look at that purple. I was just going to say focus on purple to remove a difficult countdown we can't get to. And since we have enough, just about enough purple, let's move over to... I think Ragnarok's going to be more difficult. It's got an inexpensive red ability to deal damage. Whoops, I set up a match 4 for them. Plus it's in blue, where Ragnarok can continue to heal if he plays that enough. Extra move, really nice. It'll hit purple on the drop. You'll notice I go out of my way to avoid making green matches with Thor so he doesn't stay up front and get injured. One turn on that countdown. I think it's time. We'll play our purple ability. Tell me everything. Takes that away. Alright, we're going to play Okoye's yellow here. We're up to 28 yellow. That's nuts. They keep doing us a really big favor with those enemy countdowns, removing them for us. I'm going to try to get up to a whole bunch. Uh-oh. I guess that wasn't bad. Found one of the trap tiles placed by Craven. .30 team up. This should be a nice treat for you guys. All right, let's play God of Thunder with 30 team up from Okoye. Check out the team damage. Wow, that was huge. I love it. All right, so let's hit them with a... How many... They don't have too much AP in any color. I think we're going to go ahead and win. Let's play Acrobatic Takedown. 79,000. Over 50k for red in my ledger, and last play of Tell Me Everything for the win. Cool. All right, that was fine, but here is the main challenge. This is going to be crazy. Level 650 enemies. Let's bring in, I think we're going to do it this way. It has a opportunity to get a bunch of damage when Iceman's got his repeaters rolling. But there's no guarantee. I've wiped out on this before, and that was before level 650 enemies, so this is absolutely a challenge. I think you need to take on Kingpin first in this setup. 2 different ways to match 4 in red and a match 4 in purple, and Yep, I'm going to have to do this. I can't take a red and leave Thor out. Look how much damage is dealt from every single match here. Absolutely insane. Oh, man. I do not want Kingpin to get a lot of black. It's a huge damaging ability. There's a match 4 in black, and now we can get a stun played. Let's do this. It actually destroys the stun tile. Had an extra move. Thor ruined it, but we'll get our Icemen out there. They do a little bit of team damage every 2 turns, but they're also... Uh-oh. Oh, good. Iceman deflected a bunch of that damage himself. The Iceman countdowns, or I mean repeaters, also will deal team damage if destroyed. So here we are. what do we want to do? I think I need to keep matching black. Doesn't help us, but it keeps it away from enemy Kingpin. Alright, those are adding up nice. Let's do this. Oh, I almost forgot. Yep, I almost forgot. I should have tried to destroy that countdown that Iceman put out to protect himself. And when it counts down, it actually continues to deal the damage that it would have done. We've got a nice opportunity here to go ahead and get a 3-turn stun on Kingpin. Let's do it. We can shoot out a row with Okoye's red. It'll hit 3 of those countdowns. The bad part of that is, of course, you don't get the blue AP from that destruction. Extra move. Okay, so Kingpin's stunned for quite a few turns. Let's move off of him for just a minute. And start to focus on Sentry. If he gets one more red, he's able to play his sacrifice ability. Or is it cost 12 or 10? Oh, it costs 11. Okay. Good. Almost didn't see this, but there's a match 3 that causes an extra move on the board. And sometimes with all these repeater tiles, it's hard to identify. Can you see the match 3 that sets off an extra move? Let me know if you found it in the comments below. Here we go. It hit 3 immediate Iceman repeaters on the bottom. That was such a lucky match, I can't even tell you. We ran exceptionally well on this one, guys, and that is a win. And we are done with our run through PvE clearance level 10. Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to go see. I'm in the top position because don't forget I over cleared a node, so I'm in a a higher than I should be top level position. And I usually run back through and make sure each one of these are counting down and I didn't miss anything. I think we're good. I remember playing each one of these. There's no 2-star node in clearance level 10 because of the extra challenge. And we've done it. So we actually had a pretty good run. No wipeouts at all. So in about 24 hours from now, I'll try this again. Wish me luck. I hope you guys have a good run through PvE yourself. Let me know what clearance levels you guys play and what you thought of the crazy health pools in clearance level 10 and if you tried it yet or not. All right, we'll end it here. We'll be back for more action next time in the Raging Cajun event with 3-star Gambit. Should be a lot of fun, and if we have time, we'll also take on a couple more battles in the Shield Simulator for the season. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit the MPQ icon on the left side of the screen to become a subscriber if you haven't already, and tell your friends to check it out if you could. Have a good one. See you next time.